Oh, got to hit number 6 apparently. It's not the same thing. Today on the Bearded Movie Guy, Bearded Movie Guy looks at Dial M for Murder. It's Classic Tuesdays. It's back. Yeah, again, it's always leaving and then coming back. Let's get to it. Brought to you by the Bearded Movie Guy. Hi, I'm the Bearded Movie Guy, and this movie would be very different if we had cell phones back then. But that's a whole nother thing. So today on Classic Tuesdays, we're looking at Dial M for Murder. It's a classic Hitchcock film. Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock. Quick side note, my daughter said to her friend at school, have you watched any Alfred Hitchcock movies? And he said, you can't say that, that's a bad word. Just saying. Dial M for Murder is a 1954 Hitchcock movie that actually was filmed in 3D. It's the only Hitchcock movie filmed in 3D. He was kind of told he had to do it and did it and then went, that was stupid, I'm not doing that again. So if you don't know, Dial M for Murder is, it's basically a stage play that was converted into a movie, and it deals with 3 main people. There's 4, overall there's you can count how many people are in the movie on one hand, realistically, that have speaking roles, roughly. It's about a couple, and she has been cheating on her husband, but then decided to call it off. And then he found out she was cheating, and he decides to mess with her, and he gets to the point where he's just like, I'm gonna kill her, but I'm gonna kill her in a way that I can be completely absolved from it. I'm not gonna be there. So he actually gets her to introduce him to the guy who she was having an affair with that she doesn't know. He knows that she's having an affair. It's complicated. They all get together and they go out for dinner. The next night he's like, hey, we need to go to this bachelor party. So he takes him to this bachelor party, but he has arranged for his wife to be killed by this other guy that he blackmails. It's confusing, but it's good. And he's supposed to call the house, and while he's calling the house, that guy's supposed to kill her. And as all, plans go wrong, this one goes wrong. And I'm just going to leave it there. The story is all about murder that doesn't work right. And it's Hitchcock. Man, Hitchcock was called the master of suspense. And he there's a quote on the box set I have of Hitchcock that says, he used to make the audience suffer as much as possible. And it's true. The man knew how to just tighten the tension in a scene. He's literally turning a screw. And it's just, you're like, what's going to happen next? Is this going to happen next? And it makes you ask a million questions. It seems like a really simple story in a confusing way that I described it. But really, it's just, there's so much interplay and so much thought that goes into this. And most of it is filmed in one small apartment. And in that, he gets so many different cool camera angles, and just, you don't feel bored or cramped anytime during this movie, even though it's mostly set in one apartment. The main bad guy is Ray Milland. He's great. He's actually, you kind of get behind him at points where you're hoping he gets away with it. Grace Kelly is the wife. Grace Kelly is Grace Kelly. She's beautiful. She was one of the Hitchcock blondes. And she does this role perfectly as the wife who's kind of trying to be good and then was bad, but then trying to be good again. And watch the movie, you understand. And then Robert Cummings plays the boyfriend who ends up sticking up for her and all this stuff. It's just, the cast is great. It's not a very long film. It's pretty short and condensed and really tight and taut and all that cool stuff that Hitchcock was known for. It's Hitchcock as only Hitchcock does, and I give it 4.5 beards out of 5. It's great. And you can watch it in 3D. The only way to buy it is in a 3D. It comes in a 3D case, all cases are 3D technically because we're not in a 2-dimensional. Never mind. It comes with the 3D disc, and I can't watch that because I don't have that crap because I'm not going to buy a 3D TV and wear stupid glasses at home. But if you like doing that and you bought a 3D TV, good on you. Anyways, you can watch it there. I don't know what it's going to be like in 3D, but in 2D, it's just tense and taut and good filmmaking and good acting, and it's everything you want Hitchcock to be. And yeah, check it out. Thanks for watching. Until next week, stay bearded. You've been watching The Bearded Movie Guy. Classic Tuesdays. Yeah, Hitchcock. Dial M for Murder. Cell phones change everything. It'd be a different world with cell phones and Hitchcock movies. Be interesting though. Yeah, subscribe and tell your friends. And as always, YouTube safely.